Hi Mary, my name's Vanessa. I'm going to be your occupational therapist. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. We're just going to run through a couple things. This I have here is the ROS Information Processing Assessment, just to see how our cognition's doing. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we begin, I'm going to name 3 objects that I want you to remember. I will ask them again in 5 minutes. They are a rose, a sweater, and toast. I will say them again. A rose, a sweater, and toast. One is a flower, one is something to wear, and one is something to eat. So we're going to start with subtest 1, which is immediate memory. I'm going to say some numbers, words, and sentences that I would like you to repeat. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Say these numbers after me. 5, 2, 4, 8.
5, 2, 4, 8.
Say these numbers after me. 9, 3, 7, 5, 8.
9, 3, 7, 5, 8.
Say these words after me. Book, brush, cup, lid. Book, brush, cup, lid.
Book, brush, cup, lamp.
Say these words after me. Finger, glass, shoe, phone, clock.
Finger, glass, shoe, phone, lamp.
Repeat this sentence. The nurse's station is down the hall on your left.
The nurse's station is down your hall on the left.
Now follow these directions. Close your eyes and raise your hand. Tap each shoulder twice with 2 fingers while keeping your eyes shut. Alright, now we'll go on to subtest 2, which is recent memory. I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to answer them as accurately as possible. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mary, you came to this nursing home on February 4th, 2024. Today's date is February 9th, 2024. How long have you been in this nursing home?
3 days.
How many children do you have?
2.
What is the first thing you did this morning?
I yelled at my husband for snoring too much.
Where did you spend most of your day yesterday?
At home.
Now I would like you to remember the 3 objects that I asked you in the beginning.
I don't remember what they were.
Alright, we are going to move on to subtest 3, temporal orientation. I'm going to ask you some questions again. These questions have to do with the concept of time. I want you to answer each one as accurately as possible. Are you ready? What year is it?
2013.
What is your age?
62.
What month is it?
January.
Is it a weekday or a weekend?
It's a weekday.
What is a holiday in winter?
Thanksgiving.
Alright, subtest 4, spatial orientation. Again, I'm going to ask you some questions. This time the questions have to do with the concept of location or places. Please answer each question as accurately as possible. Are you ready? Where were you born?
Washington State.
What state are you in now?
Florida.
What city are you in now?
Estero.
What room are you in right now?
In a testing room.
Where do you eat your meals?
In bed.
Subtest 5, orientation to the environment. I'm going to ask you some questions about your daily activities. Please answer them as accurately as possible. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is your full name?
Mary Magdalene.
What kind of jobs do people have who work here?
For students.
How many roommates do you have?
1.
What were the first 3 things you did this morning?
I yelled at my husband, and then I got up to go to the bathroom, and then I brushed my teeth.
What meals have you eaten today?
Not much. I had a breakfast sandwich. That was about it. Some coffee.
Subtest 6, recall of general information. These questions are a little different. I will ask you some questions about general information. Please answer them as well as you can. Are you ready? Who was your favorite president?
Richard Nixon.
What was the last job you had?
I was a busboy.
Name a famous American.
George Washington.
What is one of this country's favorite sports?
Baseball.
And who was Henry Ford?
He invented the telephone.
Subtest 7, problem solving and abstract reasoning. This time I'm going to ask you some questions that will require you to solve some problems that may occur while you are in the hospital. Be as complete as possible while answering each question. Are you ready? Why do people go to the hospital?
Because they're sick.
Why do the beds have bed rails?
I don't know. I think that's kind of weird, actually. Why do they have bed rails?
What do you do if you're not feeling well?
Take a Tylenol.
What do you do to call the nurse from your bed?
You press the button on the side of the bed.
What would you do if you could not find some of your clothes?
I'd be pretty upset.
Alright, subtest 10, problem solving and concrete reasoning. I'm going to ask you a couple questions about eating meals. Are you ready?
Yes.
How do you use these things? Please demonstrate with the food provided in front of you.
So, you use a fork to pick things up and bring it to your mouth. And you use a spoon to scoop things, like cereal or corn kernels. And use a knife to cut things.
How can you cool food that is too hot?
You blow on it.
Why shouldn't you drink too fast?
Because you can get choked.
Subtest 11, naming common objects. I'm going to show you some pictures that I want you to name. Are you ready?
Fork. Spoon. Pen. Pencil. Tea. Toothbrush. Hand towel. Teacup. Glass of water. A book.
Alright.
Words.
Subtest 12, functional oral reading. I would like you to read aloud what you see printed on each page. Are you ready?
4. 21. Hand. Shoulder. Nurse's station. Dining room. California Street. Open your mouth. Take your medicine. The nurse's station is down the hall on your left.
Alright. Thank you. That is everything that was